I'm Father Ronald Hicks. I'm a priest for the Archdiocese of Chicago. I've been ordained this May 20 years, and I'm the Dean of Formation here at Mundelein Seminary. Formation encompasses a lot. It's basically what our program is at Mundelein Seminary. So it's our training and it's our studying. It's the preparing of men to become priests for the future. So every seminary across the country, to have a formation program, we follow a book called the Program for Priestly Formation. Program for Priestly Formation. It's the PPF. And it's what our bishops give us, and it's basically our strategies, what they're asking us to accomplish in terms of forming our men for the future to serve as priests. So the PPF really looks at 4 areas. How are we training our men to be priests for the future? We're looking at human formation, spiritual formation, intellectual formation, and pastoral formation. Human formation is simply, we're looking at them as men. What is their personality like? Is their personality going to be a bridge or an obstacle in their priesthood for them meeting Christ? And we want to make sure that they're growing, they're maturing, that they have the skills that they'll need in their personality to be good priests, serving God's people in a very good way. Spiritual formation is we're looking at their prayer life. We want them to be connected to God. We want them to be men of prayer, and also not only having their own prayer life, but knowing how to bring others closer to the Lord also. Intellectual formation, it's all the classes they take. It's all the theology they study. It's the philosophy they study before they get here. It's both practical and it's theoretical. It's putting all of that together, but we want them to be educated. We want them to be men who know our faith and know it well, and also be able to share it once they leave here. And then finally, pastoral formation. Pastoral formation is, how do you serve God's church? How do you serve God's people? How are you a good pastor? So we have field education. They might be teaching religious education, or helping with an RCIA group, or going in, working in one of the jails and being a counselor, or working with the poor in a soup kitchen. But there's a variety of different things every year that we make sure that they're not only studying in the classroom, but they have the opportunity to practice it out on the field. There's so many qualities we're looking for in a good seminarian. What we're looking for is someone who loves God with all their mind, heart, and soul, as the Lord teaches us, and who also loves God's people and really wants the best for them and wants to serve them and is enthusiastic about it. We're also looking for men who have some zeal, some passion for this new evangelization, for them to really be on fire to share the faith and to know how to do that well. We're looking for some men who have humility and love and patience, people who are open to feedback and to growth as they mature and they go along. There's so many criteria that we're looking at, but we really want them to be people who are well balanced. They're not going to be obstacles in terms of people's encounter with Christ, and they have some maturity to them also. The wonderful thing about being at Mundelein Seminary is that the type of formation is done by an entire army of people who are providing that. So there are priests here who are doing that. There's professors, there's faculty, teachers, there's lay staff, there's religious, there's a whole combination of all of us with a number of different roles to make sure that this is all happening. But it's quite a large group, and it's one of the nice things I think about Mundelein Seminary is we work well together. We understand what our focus is, and that's really helping to produce some of the best priests in the future for our church, and it's a joy to do that together. One of the things in formation is that they have a formation advisor. So they meet someone specifically who is kind of accompanying them, their mentor, someone that can work with them. It's always a priest who's full-time on staff with us. And then throughout their entire time here, they will meet with them. What I tell both the seminarian and the formation advisor is this: your formation advisor should be encouraging you and supporting you, pointing out the things that you do well. He should be holding you accountable, helping you grow in maturity. He should challenge you. And at the end of the day, he needs to evaluate you also, saying, is this man really someone that we can say that is going to be good to serve as a priest in whatever church or diocese he might be serving? What makes a great priest? It's when I talk with the men here, I oftentimes tell them, you're going to get a lot of examples of all of us. There's so many priests, and some of them we're going to say, wow, he's great. Others you're going to see some of our human weaknesses, because we all have them. We've all got the pluses and the minuses, the light and the shadows, the darkness. All of that's inside of our humanity. But what I always tell them is, and this is my point of view, take a look at our examples. And if you look at me, my hope, if you look at me for a really good priest, is I might be a good or a bad administrator. I might be a good or a bad preacher. I might be a good or a bad evaluator or formation advisor. Whatever those roles might be, you can rate me from 1 to 10. You know, give me a grade on it. But the thing that I hope that the seminarians see in me is someone who absolutely loves being a priest, who loves being a priest and finds joy in it, that there is joy in the good days and the bad, in the ups and the downs, in the struggles and in the triumphs, that it is an honor, it is a joy to be a priest, and no matter what, I wouldn't trade it in for the world. I am grateful that the Lord has called me to be a priest, and that's what I want to share with the men here, to be on fire about being a priest. It is a beautiful call. It's a gift. It's not something to be taken for granted, and it's simply a joy not only to be called, but then to share with God's people.